I'm gonna make sure it comes up.
That's the trick, whether it's actually up or not.
I know. Okay, it says we're live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Digital Journaling Sprints. You don't have to digitally journal, you can read. I know some people are editing, some people are doing their nails. Pretty much whatever. Just hanging out and being productive and whatever that is to you. So let us know what you're gonna. Ow! I just hit my elbow. Let us know what you guys are gonna be doing. If you're just gonna read, if you're going to journal with us, doesn't have to be digital journaling if you normally journal too. So let us know. Hello. Hi. Do you want to go around and say just really quick what we're doing, and then if you're reading anything at the same time?
Sure. Let me pull up the book. I forgot the title. I'm currently reading The X Effect by Carla Sorensen.
Ooh.
I just started it because I finished the first book in this series yesterday. So I was like, why not just read all three of them? Because my library has all three. And then I'm currently doing my nails. I'm trying to pick what pack I want to do because I don't know.
I am reading Force of Temptation by Suzanne Wright. It's a shifter romance, and it's on KU Read and Listen because I need to stop spending money. And I am editing. I have lots of videos to edit, so I will be editing while I listen to that.
I'm listening to The Long Game by Rachel Reed. I think it's The Long Game. Is that the second one?
Yes.
Shane and Ilya, second one. Yes. I'm listening to that. And then I'm going to be working on my digital journal.
So I am reading again by J.L. Seegers. This is her novella, and it's really good so far. It's a second chance romance between a couple that was divorced. And I am updating my reading journal.
Yay.
Yeah.
Someone's reading Flawless.
Ooh.
Someone's reading Honey Healing. I don't think I've heard of that one.
I don't think I've heard of it either.
Reading Garnet Flats. That's a good one.
Rabbit.
Oh, I haven't heard of that one by Naima Simone.
She has a giant backlist, though. Naima Simone does.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
Hey, Diana. Oh. I can't decide if I should read that or not.
I can't either.
I'm giving it another chance.
Yeah, I thought, because I know that you read it, and I was like, ooh, I'm probably going to think the same thing she does.
Yeah.
But I read it like so many years ago, so I thought, okay, maybe I can do a little bit more taboo now. Like I didn't really used to read that, so I'm going to give it a try.
I don't know if I want to commit to a 6-book series about the same couple if I do like it.
That too.
They're also
they're long, and I'm like, and I also didn't like Hush Hush, so I'm like, if I didn't like that one by Lucia Franco, then I'm like, I don't think I'll like this one, so I can't decide. I'll go back and forth, but I'm
I did like Hush Hush.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love
Madness
that
of
one.
Lordy and Mackenzie.
Love it.
Runaway.
I have to start that tomorrow.
I'm actually, I think like 60 pages into the physical book. They're really short and they're really easy to read. So I'm excited for this. I'm physically reading Runaway Road. I'm reading Offsides by Avery Keelan on my Kindle.
Yeah.
I started that one and then I fell asleep. I took a 3-hour nap. And then I'm going to start Restore Me on audio today while I journal.
I didn't love the female narrator in that book, but the male narrator was really good. But the book, it almost didn't matter that I didn't like the female narrator in it because the book was so good. It like outshined it. So
okay.
Just fair warning in case you feel the same way.
Oh, okay. I mean, if it kind of goes back and forth, I think I can deal with it. But if it was just like her the whole time and I didn't like it, maybe I'd read it physically. But I want to read this book, but it's so long.
I'm intimidated by it.
I don't think there's romance in it, and so I don't think I can handle such a long book without any romance.
Yeah, I heard it's
there's romance. Isn't there romance?
Oh, I thought it was just fantasy.
The person that I asked said there wasn't romance in it.
Oh.
So I don't know.
I've always heard it was a sapphic fantasy. So I'm thinking that meant there was like a romance.
Yeah. Or maybe they just said it's not enough of a romance. Maybe that's why.
Okay.
It's just like a really
maybe
small
that's
amount, and I don't think it's going to be enough for me for such a long
For 1,000 pages.
Oh,
5
that'll be
books.
fun.
That's fun. Hi,
Christy.
Christy.
Chrissy.
Oh my god, all of them in 3 days. The Balance series. That's what they're talking
Oh, wow.
about.
Priests on paper.
Huh.
Reading fine print.
That makes me so happy.
Is that
I
an
love that.
indie publisher?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Magnolia Park.
Yeah, she like sold it to Bloom and then took it back like a day later.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I wonder
Why?
though, because she signed with some other publisher in the UK, and for Canada and US, she was going to sign with Bloom. And I wonder if they didn't let her keep the covers because her covers are like very
Mhm.
unique and it's like
Yeah.
really to the story. And I wonder because I know they do that with like Anna Huang. They didn't want the people cover; they wanted the.
Bloom
Yeah.
seems very much about what's going to sell, and I don't know if her
Mhm.
covers are like for the market, but I think they're really unique and actually, like, I
Yeah.
want to have it on my shelf because of her cover. I think it's really interesting looking.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I have one book on my KU by Britt Benson. It's the
Never read that.
it's the one that we got in Hello Lovely.
Yeah,
Yeah, that one.
I don't remember the name.
Okay, it has a sapphic
Never
romance,
read that one.
but I would not classify it as a fantasy romance. It just has romance in it. Got it. Okay.
That makes sense.
Okay.
I think that she's wrote a book too finally. Like I saw people with a copy of it. But I don't know if it came out.
Oh,
just
thank
so
you.
Mhm.
Oh,
That
book lovers. That's a good one. I like
was
that.
cute.
Molly
I like
Harper.
Molly Harper.
In the Night.
Broken Elf King. I'm intrigued by that title.
Yeah.
Mixed
Well-
Signals.
Yay.
I don't know if Mixed Signals can beat In the Weeds for me. I
I
just,
didn't.
It didn't for me. It didn't for me, but I still really liked it. It was
Yeah, okay.
still very cute.
I just loved In the Weeds so much.
But
There's so many
Beckett is better.
100%.
Beckett's better.
And it is. Marriage for
Yeah.
One. My heart.
That's a good one.
Is Ella Mays writing anything? Marriage
I
for One
haven't
came out
heard.
2 years ago.
She changed the covers to her books, and that's the last
Yeah.
thing. Like that was it.
Hmm.
No.
Do you guys want to? I was gonna say read, but like sprint, I guess, for like 25 minutes.
Works for me.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can do Kitty?
Yeah, I have it set up. Let me share my screen. Share my screen. Hang on. I'm having a technical difficulties. Hang on. Okay, there we go. There we go.
Oh,
Okay,
it's
cool.
a prequel to Diary.
What?
The Prior to the Orange Tree book I saw that was coming out, Kendra just said it's a prequel to the Prior to the Orange Tree.
I saw some people on TikTok had that. It's like it looks thick.
It's
I thought
pretty.
that's what it
The
was.
books are so pretty.
Mm-hmm. They are. I like the covers.
Interesting. I might read it at some point, but I might get the audio though. But okay, so we'll sprint for about 25 minutes. Be productive in whatever that means to you, and then we'll see you on the other side.
Mhm.
Hello.
Hello.
It startles me every time, even when I'm expecting it.
It freaks my cat out. It's really fun. She always get like, even if she's in like a really deep sleep, she lifts her head up and is like, "What's going on? Who's there?"
Who is that?
I'm ready to fight.
Yeah, it's a rival.
Oh, someone said, going back to LMAs. LMAs released 2 in 21 and has slated for 2023, February.
What released in 21?
Was To
that
Love
one?
Jason Bourne in 2021?
That was the last
Marriage
book
for
of
One
hers that I
for me.
read.
That came out a while ago. She redid the covers for it in 21. I think.
Got it.
Or maybe no, I could be wrong. Hold on, I have to look. I thought it was because I feel like I read that a long time ago, like early.
Me too. I think I read that.
Yeah.
Marriage for One came out in 2019, and I'm pretty positive that was her last release.
And someone said, I don't know if that's a loose.
No, it says To Love Jason Thorne came out in 2021.
I think
Is that 'cause the new covers.
New
though?
Oh no,
cover.
the new covers did. Yeah, it says it came out in 2015. Wow, that was a long time.
Yeah.
ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so her last release was 2019 because I remember I got the art because he looked like Sam Heughan on the cover, and I was like, I want to read this book.
It does look. That's literally the reason why I picked up that book, because it looked like Sam Heughan on the cover.
That's funny. Hi, Caitlin. Oh, I switched to a digital journal this year just because I was like, maybe like with all the washi tape and stuff like that, it was a lot to like
Mhm.
have. And I
Mhm.
thought, okay, well, on Etsy you can get like templates and stuff. So
Yeah.
I just did that. So I'm trying that out this year though.
Mhm.
Reading Balance and Mile High and Jennifer Hartman's Arc.
Ooh. I have never read a Jennifer Hartman book yet, but I'm excited for her new book because it's supposed to be a little less dark than her
Yeah.
other ones.
Jennifer said it was supposed to be like a little brick.
Yeah, the tropes in it look good, so
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it. Maybe I'll read that as my first Jennifer Hartman.
Sam. Oh, that Hobonaichi? That's the planner like brand. Have you read Bevelstoke series by Julia Quinn?
I don't know what her series are called.
I haven't heard of that series.
Bevel.
How are your nails, Avery? Did you finish your nails, Avery?
Oh, I'm not frozen anymore. Can you see me?
Oh, yes. Yes.
I'm so sorry. My parents turned on the television, so my Wi-Fi is now like, it's trying to find a place to go. Yeah, I finished my nails. They're these pink
Cute.
shimmery.
Oh, they're so pretty.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Lovely wife.
Yeah.
I looked up the Bevelstoke series by Julia Quinn. The first book is called The Secret Diaries of Miss Miranda Cheever. And
Yeah.
I've never read it, but I scrolled down and the first review that came up was Lisa from Remarkably Lisa. And in full caps, she gave it 1 star. And in full caps, her review says this book is bloody and then F word awful. So I'm going to go with no.
I love her.
I'm not going to read that one.
That sounds like a Lisa review.
Yes, it does.
Prison
Ooh,
Planet
that's a
Barbarian.
good one. I like that one. That one's a good one. That's a
I
stable
feel like I don't think I read past book 2 or 3 in the Ice Planet Barbarian series.
Mhm.
My first book of 2023 was book 4 in the series.
Oh,
Yeah, okay, wait. What do you think of book 4?
I liked it. I think it's my second favorite in the series now. Because my favorite in the series is still book 2. But it was my second
A
favorite.
lot of people,
I liked it.
yeah, a lot of people are like, book 2 is my favorite or their least favorite. Unfortunately, mine's the least favorite category.
well,
I
I
like
liked
Liz and Rahosh. I like Liz and Rahosh like as side characters throughout the series. Not really. I don't know. Their book just wasn't my vibe. But book 4 is one of my favorites, so I had to
You
never leave
like
out of it.
you like the sweet friends to lovers ones.
Yes.
I like the captive ones.
Yeah. But this one, the Prison Planet one, is not a part of IPB at all, except like the alien dude comes from the same species, but from like their original planet. And then the girl gets put onto this alien prison planet with him and is like given to him as like a prize or something. And then he realizes like that's his mate or whatever. And then they try to do a jailbreak. So it's really fun.
Do we think she's really gonna go to Book Bonanza?
That's what I'm wondering. I don't know. I'm just waiting every time like someone announces, "Ooh, so and so dropped, so and so dropped." I'm like, Ruby, please don't.
Don't do this
I mean,
to
it
me.
would be her first one, so I don't know.
I
Maybe she will.
know. There's
That'd be
so many
awesome.
theories
Hi,
to figure out
Shan.
about who she actually is. So
I remember someone said that who they think she is because she has another like author name, and I forget who it was, but
there's a bunch of rumors that she's also Katie Wilde
Really?
because they have like
Really?
the same cover designs.
That'd be
Interesting.
Yeah. But I don't know.
heard
She came
was
out and
a
said like,
literary
"We're
teacher.
not the same person. She's just my best friend." And I'm like, okay.
She's now traditionally published though with IPB, so
Yeah.
going to a book signing, I mean, it's going to be like really big.
Flock, that is a wild start to a series. So
This
enjoy the ride.
is correct.
Really bad. Oh, I can see why I'd be nervous to read Maestro. Never heard that. So many people are reading Runaway Road. I can never like say that.
It's a really fun
Alliteration.
series.
I'm excited. It's really good so far. I got through an hour of Restore Me. I didn't know, like, I don't know anything about this book. All I know is just her husband died and she's like trying to move forward. But I didn't know. I'm assuming it's with his best friend and they hate each other. I didn't know that. So
that's the synopsis of the book.
I didn't read it. I literally
I went into it blind too. I had no
Yeah.
idea what it was
Okay.
about.
That's
know
just
what
what I've
people
heard
say
people
about it.
talking about.
Yeah.
whenever people like say anything about it, all I know is that they say that they loved it. It was like a favorite book of theirs, and then I move on because I don't. If I know I'm gonna read it, I just want to know like people
Bare
loved it.
minimum.
Let me just go into it.
That's
So,
exactly what I do. Like if I know I'm going to read a book, then I will skip over if someone talks about it. I'm like, no, I don't want to know anything.
the same thing about Mile High. All I know is it's a hockey player and the flight attendant. That's all I know.
So good. That's what I'm doing right now. My page.
Cute.
You give it 5 stars.
Yeah. It was so good.
I really wish it had an audiobook. I'm gonna have to try it.
I know.
I
it
know.
Boo.
Are you using a template, Jess?
The one I made, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know if you bought the one that the Brendo's books or whatever put up.
No, I just have this one that I made for like everything and I just duplicate it every time.
Oh,
Yeah.
got it.
I mean, it's
You
pretty much
co-create?
what she did. But
I'm nervous because it's enemies to lovers. Like it's not even enemies. Like they hate each other. And I have to like I have a hard time believing the romance at the end. So I'm hoping like because it's so
Don't worry.
long.
Don't worry.
has he been pining the whole time? Because that's my favorite. I hope he has.
Do you,
And like that's why he's mad.
Aren't you starting it next week, Jess?
We'll see. Because I want to do that for reading book 2's favorite books, but
Oh, okay, okay.
we'll see when I start it. I have a lot to read this week.
Runaway Road. Runaway Road. Another one.
Everyone's reading it.
I'm excited. They're super short, and I love
They're
that.
so short and easy. I read the whole series, the whole series in like a month. It was
oh, I'm glad that
like
Sam's
one- I
liking
did, like
this.
one right after each other.
Yay.
Good.
How far are you into it, Sam? I don't know. I don't know if she's updated. How far she is, Tori?
No,
Yeah.
I still wish it was longer.
Like I do know it's long. I just hope it's enough where like I believe it at the end. You know, gives it enough time.
I saw people comparing the writing style to Kennedy Ryan.
I did hear that too.
That's a
Oh.
bold statement.
That
So
is huge.
I hope that lives up to.
It's a bold statement, but I think it's up there.
He
This is
gets
one of my
super
favorites of the year.
protective and jealous.
Mhm.
Ooh.
There is a ton of pining in it. It's so good.
Wild Highway, I think, is book 2. I think that's book 2. Oh, I liked it because it was too long.
It's very long. Like I feel like emotional contemporary now is 500 pages.
Yeah.
I don't know. Brittany Cherry is pretty good at being concise, you know?
Yeah,
Brittany
she
Cherry
is.
That's true.
They're decently short.
Mhm.
Or like normal length.
Oh,
Normal length.
I'm on chapter 4.
Yeah.
I just
Like
started.
normally I'm like, I prefer a book that's like 250 pages or less, but there are certain books that I'm like, give me 1,000 pages, give me a Bible and I will read it.
Mhm.
And
I
that
will
was
say
like-
that Jennifer Hartman, she does like emotion really well. Like Still Beating's only 300 pages or something. It's relatively short.
Wow.
But like June 1st, that one's her longest book and it's 500 pages.
Mm.
It's not
That was a
bad.
journey. That one was a journey.
It was a journey.
I never
She
know
writes
how
it-
long books are because I always listen to the audiobooks and then I like
I know.
see somebody hold the paper book and I'm like paperback and I'm like, wow, that's so thick.
Yeah,
Right. Same.
Mhm.
this is true.
Yeah, it depends.
It really depends.
Mhm.
Like I saw,
Like the
I
words
started-
didn't feel that long.
Yeah,
That
no,
was
the
super-
words is over 500 pages, but it really didn't feel that long. Like I started Offsides by that Avery Keelan. I've never read anything by her, and that's like 500. Well, the Kindle pages say it's like 500. So
Mhm.
I'm like, this better be a really good hockey romance if it's 500 pages.
Right. Like for a hockey romance, that it's hard to imagine why it's so long, but you never know.
Well, Consider Me is like that. And that one I
Mm.
was just like, why was it this long?
I did not like that one.
Oh, people really love Restore Me. Okay.
It was on like every person's
Who
top.
read it? That's why I didn't read it. That's why I didn't read it in 2022. I had my list set and I was like, okay, let's not mess this up with like reading all these good books at the last 2
Cheyenne,
weeks.
Crystal,
Yeah.
Caitlin, and Christy all had it on their top favorites of the year.
I
That's
read
the
it
same
the
reason,
last
Tori, why I didn't read.
I read it the last
What
day of
read?
2022 and it was immediately my favorite book of the year. I was like, oh, that's how we're gonna end this year.
Oh wow.
Is
That's
it on your top
awesome. That's-
favorite too? All right.
That's the same reason why I didn't read Real at the end of the year. I had it on my December TBR and I was like, wait, no, I can't.
It's her debut.
Wow, that's
Is
impressive.
it?
That's what Zay
That's what
said.
they said.
I had no idea that was a debut. Holy crap.
There's some authors that just like when you read a book and it's their debut, you're like, wait, what? Like BK Borson in your interview, she was like,
Yeah.
yeah, wrote these 3
Never
books and
written
I
a
just
book
published them. And I'm
Love
like,
Life Farms was just her first. Nikki Castle with 5 rounds. I'm just like, how are you doing this?
Mhm.
Yep.
They have a gift.
Is Funny Feelings Tara DeWitt's debut also?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
oh wow.
I
We're
thought
reading
that
that
there was a
for
previous
Rootbound.
one.
Rootbound was the first one.
Oh, Rootbound is her
Yeah.
first.
Then Funny Feelings, then the co-op. Yeah. So
Then
Funny
co-op.
Feelings was her second one.
That's
But
still
still, it's her
impressive.
second book.
Yeah, Before I Let Go was really good. I read that.
We like the
last year.
angst. Because Before I Let Go was so angsty.
Yeah, I could see that. Okay,
This one's
first
fun.
live show Wednesday, 7 p.m. on my channel, and it's the first 2 books. Then the other 3, the last 3, are February 1st on Jess's channel. So I think we gave it 3 weeks for like literally 1 week for each book. Yeah. Or you can read them back to back to back a couple days before, whichever one you want to do.
And are you guys doing a book a month from Lund Nash?
Yes. So the first live show I think is February 4th. It's that weekend because one of the girls, Isa, that we're co-hosting with, she lives in Madrid. So we have to make sure like the time change. Yeah, is pretty
wow.
good. So
That's
it'll be in
cool.
the afternoon, which I can do 1 fantasy a month. That's pretty good. That's why I was like,
Yeah.
yeah that'll be fine.
It's
I
true.
watched Kennedy Ryan 3 times when she talked about before I let go. Like when she was here in Atlanta, I watched Crystal's interview and then I watched the Ravished by Romance one. And she literally said the same thing over again. Like people asked like similar questions.
Yeah.
And I could listen to her speak all the time. Like
Going to be at the Union Square Barnes and Noble, and it's sold out. They're having like a little like romance like panel at this bookstore at the Barnes and Noble in Union Square in New York City. And it's Anna Huang and Kennedy Ryan and a couple of other people that I saw. And as soon as I clicked on it, it was already sold out. And I am so mad. It was like $15 and I could have gone and taken the train to see Kennedy Ryan. And I was mad.
oh man.
Is that the one that they said is the book talk signing?
What?
Is that the one
yeah.
they said was the book talk signing?
It's like book talk, yeah.
But like it has nothing to do with TikTok though. So people on TikTok were like, why are you calling it a book talk signing when it has
To get people to go.
But it was $15 and I was like, I will pay $15 and take the time to see Kennedy Ryan. I don't care about the other authors. I care about Kennedy Ryan. But
are they doing like individual signings then after? Or is it just a talk?
they're doing like a panel and then you can get 2 books signed by each author.
Okay.
And I was like, I would pay $15 to get 2 books signed by Kennedy Ryan and hear her talk. But it's sold out. Like, that is the closest. Nobody ever comes to Connecticut. So New York City is like the closest to me. But I'm so mad.
Yeah.
It was like right as they posted it that I clicked on it too.
That's crazy.
Tori, the signing you went to, was that with Christina C. Jones?
No, that one was
Was she-
with Vanessa Riley. I mean,
Okay.
she was
'Cause-
sweet. She was cool.
Okay. The Christina C. Jones, I was like, with Christina C. Jones and Kennedy Ryan together, I was like, are you kidding me? Like, the world is going to explode.
Isn't that the same weekend we're doing something? Like
There
there's
is a signing in Atlanta. Yeah, it's the same weekend as Book Bonanza.
Book Bonanza, yeah. And like Christina C. Jones is gonna be there. And it's just
Yes.
like any other weekend.
Oh my God, yes.
Like, oh.
I
'Cause
may
wasn't it
actually.
Atlanta?
To
Yeah.
Atlanta.
I thought that one was in Atlanta.
Yeah, it's literally like 20 minutes from my house.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I know. It's in my county.
Tragic.
That's the funny thing. It's like in my county, not even in Atlanta.
Right.
I saw that Nikki Castle shared that there's like going to be a book signing that they're planning in Connecticut. That's an hour from my house. And Nikki, they haven't announced who the authors are going to be, but Nikki Castle follows, and Nikki Castle lives in Philadelphia, so it wouldn't be far for her. So, and I was like, that would be awesome. And I looked, and they announced what day it is. It's the same day as my brother's college graduation. I was like, should I ditch my brother's college graduation?
Oh.
What's more important here?
I was like, maybe.
It's the same thing
If I go
with
to grad school, I'll go to his grad school graduation and skip
Yeah.
his undergrad graduation.
There you go. There you go.
Nikki
I don't know.
Castle.
This day and age, you can live stream it.
Oh,
That's
yeah. She's going to be in New Orleans too. And I was like,
Oh, is that how you saw that one?
yeah, she shared it. She's like, who's going to New Orleans? And I was like, look, I'm missing Denver because that's her first like real signing because I'm not going to Denver. And I'm like, oh, I really want to go see her actually signing, not just like walking around, you know?
Yeah, me too.
No,
I can't go to Denver. I'm sad. I would have liked to go to that one, but I can't go.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Love and taken.
I bought a ticket, but I haven't. I mean, I bought it because I was afraid they were going to sell out, but it's in October and I have no idea what's going on in my life in October. So I bought it in case they sold out.
Yeah,
And that's why I bought it.
I may go to Vegas, but that'll be like a last minute thing if I decide like to actually go.
Well, I wanted one in the second half of the year. That was like my idea because all of the other signings I'm going to are like month after each other. And I was like, I'm not doing anything in the second half of the year. So I bought the ticket, but we'll see if I actually am able to go.
If you want to come to Texas, Victoria, you can do Wanderlust. That's a big
Well,
one.
I'm going to Texas for Book Bonanza, and Texas is
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. Yes, you're right. Yeah, I forgot about that. It's just because it's so far away from me. I forget that it's in Texas, but it's like 4 hours away from me.
Mhm.
They have
Aw.
BAMF happening. I don't know if that's close to you, but
Yeah.
They have the one that Candy Steiner's going to.
Oh
that's the
no.
BAMF one.
No, that's not one.
Oh, she's not going to Indie Love anymore? Oh.
No.
Why?
I didn't see her post about that.
Maine.
Yeah.
Oh,
Really? I didn't even look at the author list. I talked to Christy, and Christy was like, I bought a ticket, so I bought a ticket.
I will
I'm-
say authors definitely drop out, so don't like
Yeah,
bank on certain
One author.
true.
like Mariana already dropped out of Book Bonanza.
Did she?
So
Mhm.
sad.
Oh no.
And Shanora Williams, which I was sad about.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yep.
I feel you.
Oh my god, I wanted to go to Philly so badly when Nikki Castle did her thing for Indies Invade Philly because she brought Jameson, and I was like, oh, I would love to have been there.
Mhm.
Oh,
Oh, that's right. I forgot she is
That
pregnant.
makes sense.
I just watched her YouTube video and she talked about it. And
Poor Carrie.
oh,
Yeah.
poor Hannah.
Yep.
well, they do a lot of rare signings like in Europe and stuff
Yeah.
every year.
Rare is in Australia.
Yeah,
That's-
so Steph is going.
Isn't there Babe in Australia
Yes.
So
There's
Yeah.
also Babe.
and Rare? They're doing
Rare
two.
Melbourne. Yeah.
Okay, because I know they're doing Florence because that's what became
There's
worse. That she's doing.
there's two rares usually. So Rare
Okay.
Melbourne and Rare Florence.
That's interesting. They're doing two in Australia this year, Rare and then Babe.
mhm.
I think
Meaning
one,
they don't ever get signings. So
I think one's in Melbourne and one's in Sydney or something like that. I don't think they're in the same.
It's also like I don't know how I feel about, and like Sarah Kate's doing this, but she's doing it for every signing. Like Mystic Box is doing an exclusive book just
James.
for the signing, and you can only get it if you're at the signing,
That makes me so sad.
right? And it's the Australia one, so
Oh.
it's just like but Kate James is Australian, right? But it's
Yeah,
like
they're doing Seventh
But-
Circle, and I want it.
Like, I
Yeah.
wish they would like maybe do the majority of them there and then have a few left over. You know, like the most of
Right.
them go there, like they get first dibs and then they do a sale afterwards.
and I don't want people to go and buy it and then turn around and sell it for an absurd amount of
That's
money, which you
100%
know is going to
what they're
happen.
going to do.
Yeah.
I'm mad because I want it.
What is behind the pen?
Ooh.
What?
Behind the pen in New York City.
I don't
I
think
will
I've
look
heard
it
of
up.
this.
Danielle Allen's gonna be there too. What? I'm looking it up now.
I love New York. I would
I'm not even gonna try. Your girl is broke. I can't afford nothing. I'm not even gonna tip myself.
like the signings aren't that expensive. It's like the plane tickets,
Travel.
getting
The
there.
hotel. Yeah, food.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Especially the food one.
Mhm.
Food is expensive, yeah.
Oh yeah, they have two in Australia. And I do know I follow Evie Mitchell and then I follow TL something. Oh, what's her name? It's not TL. Is it TL Smith? I think it is. They do smaller Australian signings too, so I would definitely check that out.
How do I look up behind the pen?
I looked it up,
find
but on the Facebook page, they only talk about how 2020 is canceled. The one from 2020 is canceled, so I don't know where the new info is.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna look.
Oh yeah,
at it.
people will definitely buy those Mystic ones and then resell them.
Oh yeah, probably. Ugh.
Do we want to do one more sprint or
Yeah, I'm good
Yeah.
with that.
I might have to drop out like in the middle of it, but yeah, we can do another one.
Avery, do you want to do one more? Oh, she froze.
Poor Avery. That's 27. Yeah, I don't see anything.
I
about
found
them.
it. I found it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, it's,
Oh, it's
August 12th, 2023.
Oh, Danielle Allen posted in her stories yesterday.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
She left.
Oh, here you go. She's back. Hi.
Hi, internet is.
Do you want to stay for one more sprint?
Sure. Yeah, I can stay for one more.
Okay. I know you said you didn't know if you had to hop off in an hour.
Oh, I see it.
Okay. Well, we'll do one more.
Sounds good.
me share my screen again. We'll do the kitty. Okay, cool. Here we go. Hello.
Hello.
How did that go for everyone?
I was on Instagram, so
I am officially caught up with all of my reviews.
My kitty came to join.
Oh, it's a kitty.
Aw, so pretty. Aw.
She's really heavy and she's laying on my arm.
Oh,
But they're
You're
so
now
cute.
stuck.
You don't want to make a move. Yeah.
Yeah. She's a big girl.
I know Diana left, but thank you, Diana.
it's commitment.
That's crazy.
Mhm.
This book was so good.
So good.
Mhm.
I need book 2.
March comes out in March.
Hopefully.
Yeah, true.
It's really good. I didn't give it 5 stars, but I really liked it.
Mhm.
That's being productive.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, what are you reading, Spasia?
She was reading Bergman books. I remember that.
I know.
She finished. I think she finished.
Yeah.
Six.
Oh, that's sad.
That's good.
That is good.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
that was on my most disappointing reads for the year.
Mm.
Upsetting because I loved her other books so much, but
Aw.
Mm.
Mhm.
the hero was just like, I didn't like him because the first book that I loved by her, like it's one of my favorite heroes ever. He's so sweet and kind and has a stutter and he's like the sweetest bean ever. I love him. And then she wrote the guy in Sin Insider and I'm like, how did you write this man? He is awful. Like he only started liking the heroine because he saw her with like makeup on and tight
I hate it.
jeans. And I'm like,
Ugh.
No.
and then he did stuff with her on her parents' porch and I was like, is this the place for that?
Is this the best decision?
Yeah, that's when I DNF'd it. I read that scene. I was like, I think I'm done with him.
Yeah.
Did you finish editing, Victoria?
I finished editing one video. I finished editing my least favorite NDNFs from 2022. And then I am halfway through editing another video.
Nice.
I talk way too much. My videos have been so long lately. I'm like trying to get
I
them
love
done.
those though. I love long videos from my friends. Like I could sit and watch y'all talk for forever. So the longer, the better for me.
It's funny because I go through. Ow. It's funny because I go through and I watch other people's YouTube videos and I'm like, how did you make this video like 16 minutes? Because I filmed the same video and mine's like 28 minutes. And I'm like, oh, God, this is a me problem. What?
Yeah.
Aw,
Look, some of the worst.
messy and good.
Oh, she's reading Long Story Short.
Okay. Why
Never heard of that.
can't?
Nice. Did you finish your things, Jess?
The thing
Your
I was
5
making, I
stars?
did. But I
Oh.
did these pages where I had to like put my star ratings of like the backlist of authors and what they've written.
Yeah.
So I'm just putting my star rating into all of those.
Nice. Did you
It's
put your
wild.
screen protector on?
I did.
Isn't it
Yeah.
so much better?
Yeah, I really like it. There's no bubbles.
It makes a difference when is it the paper feel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes
I
such
really
a
like
difference.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't have that. I didn't know that was a thing.
It
Okay,
was-
so I liked that.
So stressful putting it on.
Yes.
I
Trying
have
to get
one.
bubbles and everything.
I have one bubble.
Yeah.
There's one
Oh, no.
tiny bubble all the way down here, and I'm like, I am not going to take it off. It's fine.
That would drive me insane.
I don't have an Apple Pencil. Maybe I should get one. I'm like, where's my
I have the
iPad?
old one.
Because I
Good.
have the iPad, but I just don't have.
Oh, you
Pencil.
absolutely should. It makes a difference.
I'm
Mhm.
obsessed. I'm obsessed. I'll do everything with the pencil now. Sometimes I'll
I
accidentally forget that my pencil's not linked to my phone, and then I'll try and use it on my phone. And I'm like, that doesn't work.
So sad.
I really want the grip that Tori has, but mine has like a slot in the case for it, and it would not fit if it had the
Oh.
case.
No.
Yeah, my iPad, you can't like charge it next to it. Like it doesn't work that way. You have to like
Yeah.
plug it in like this because it's an older one. But
Oh.
my
Oh,
hands
okay.
were hurting a lot when I was writing without the grip because it's just like hard to hold. But this has like a
Yeah.
little grippy here,
Oh,
and it's like
cute.
silicone. So
That's nice.
Okay. Yeah,
and I
mine's
got
just
one of
silicone.
these. Yeah, I got these tips.
Oh. The fine tip one.
Yeah, and it
Or is
makes writing so much easier.
Does it? Because see, the writing is the hardest part for me. The paper feel helped with it, but
Yeah.
if the fine tip helps even more, I need to get that.
They were really cheap. I think I got like I got 4 of them, 3 or 4 of them for like $7.
Is it sold by Apple or is it
No, I got them on Amazon. They work with Apple. You just have to put whatever generation you have. So this is the first generation pencil. And then I
Okay.
just put a fine tip, and like my writing on the iPad looks exactly like it does if I were to write on like paper.
Oh my gosh!
Because before
if
it was
you
just
get a
the
chance-
normal. What?
If you get a chance, would you mind sending me a link to that?
Yeah. Yeah. I
Then
can't
you
remember if I bought it
affiliate
on my Amazon or Amazon. Normal tips like work well, but
Mhm.
it didn't feel like exactly like it didn't look exactly like my handwriting, but now
Right.
it does.
That's my problem. It doesn't look like my handwriting.
Okay, I think this is it. But yeah, it works a lot easier. Oop. I mean, hey, I didn't get my
Yeah,
Apple
if it
Pencil. Like
works.
We're on
I
a
didn't buy my
budget.
Apple Pencil. My father-in-law gave me his old Apple Pencil because he got the new ones. So
Mhm.
I didn't pay for that. Someone said to use Canva.
So for the one that I do for like the book graphics, I use Procreate for that, and I like take elements from Canva and save them. So I have the Canva app on my iPad too. 'Cause it's so much easier to use Canva. But what I just did with like the author backlist, I made all that in Canva because it was a lot easier too. And then I just transferred it over, and then I put the star ratings in my journal. Yeah, I made a lot of templates in Canva.
Yeah, I did mine like kind of backwards than Jess. I did it in GoodNotes. So I like imported each picture, and then I created like stickers for on the side. But I used Canva to not write out, but to do the names of the authors because I didn't want to write it because I don't like my handwriting. So iPads are I love
Mine
mine.
is my mom's old one. Or like she got 2 for Christmas or 2 for her birthday from people one year, and she was like, I don't need 2. You can have one. I was like, thanks, Mom.
So far, I'm liking it a lot with using digital journaling because I always used to mess up a lot on my physical journal.
Yeah,
So
that
I can never like add a page in between. That was my one big thing when I used my journal last year. So
Even just like circling something and moving the text and the picture to another
Oh my
place
God,
and
yes.
making more space, it just makes it so
Yeah.
much easier. But at the same time, I love pens and washi tape and stickers.
I know, me
and
too.
I do too.
so I
Yeah.
do both.
Like, huge thing of washi tape and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So
Oh, naps are good.
Sam, that's productive still.
I agree.
I bought so I use it for work as well. Like I have a planner, like a 2023 planner I got off Etsy, and it just is a pink one, like pink and white one. And I think that was less than $10 maybe. I bought it around Christmas. And that has like hyperlinks for all the dates, and you can do like habit trackers and budget stuff. So I use it for that. And then my reading journal, I actually used Jess's template for those things because she made one on Canva, and I was like, can you just send that to me because that's so much easier. And that one has like my TBR for like January, and then I have
that one, yeah.
How did I do it? I forgot I did it. Hang on.
This one that looks like this, if you can see that. So it'll
No.
have like,
No, I didn't use that one.
it'll have this one.
No, I
You mean
used
the other one?
because my I have a reading journal that I bought on Etsy that basically that, but it's this one, so it has like February TBR,
Oh, the one that's
and
just
then
the
February 5-star reads, and then all of her February reads. So I just did it that way. But then, whoa, where'd it go? I have a reading tracker that does. like it has this where I can put all my reads with
Mm,
with the rating, and then I click it, and then it takes me to the whole full page review.
nice.
So yeah, it just is a roundabout way because I didn't want to create all my own stuff because I'm lazy. But you know, hi Crystal.
Hi, Crystal.
7+ hours. Oof.
Wow.
I'm reading Funny Feelings right now.
I want to read that.
Me too.
Is it good?
I'm like 20% of the way through it, and I like it so far.
Okay.
So I have to like make sure that my expectations are like not overly high, because I've been doing that a lot lately where I'm like, everyone said this was the best book ever, so it better be the best book ever. And
You
then
didn't like "'Tis the Season for Revenge."
and I didn't like "'Tis the Season for Revenge." So I know. So I'm like, I need to like make my expectations like, this is a book. Maybe you'll like it. If you like it, that's great. But I like it so far. So we're gonna go with that. I think that friends to lovers is not my favorite trope. So I have to know that going in. I know that all of your favorite trope is friends to lovers, but friends to lovers is not my favorite trope. I do like some friends to lovers romances, and I've heard that this one is really good. So I'm excited about it. But
Yeah. Friends to Lovers isn't my favorite either, but I do have some favorite books that are Friends to
Yeah.
Lovers. So
I love Friends to Lovers. Oh, it's my favorite.
Me too.
Ooh, kitty.
It's a new kitty from the old kitty.
I just get frustrated by friends to lovers because I think that it's so obvious to me that they both like each other
Right.
that I'm
Same.
like, why isn't it obvious to you that she likes you?
Yeah. Like it's not. I'm just like, why didn't you just get together? Like I don't understand.
Yeah, I'm like,
how hot
you
the other
like her. Why don't you tell her?
Right.
Instead of being annoyed at yourself and having to spend all this time with her.
Right. And I found that my favorite friends to lovers tend to be when they kind of don't realize it, like when it almost like blindsides them that they're attracted to this person. Those tend to be my favorite.
So thank you. You're validated. Okay, so that's good.
Yeah.
Icebreaker and In the Weeds. Oh, okay. People said that one really worked. Okay. I'm excited. We're reading that for cover to cover. So I'm going to need the audio closer to the end of the month when we have our live show. But
Is it on your Hoopla?
yes.
Everyone's Hoopla is the same.
Is it? I thought they were different. That's good to know.
No, all of your Libbies are different, but everyone's Hoopla is the same.
Well, Cheyenne said that one of Catherine Amara's books is on, like Bittersweet Memories, is on her Hoopla, but it's not on mine.
Right.
It should be, because Hoopla is one large category that some libraries have an association with. The library itself does not actually add books to it. Hoopla itself is a digital library that libraries can have a affiliation with, but they don't add books to it. So everyone's Hoopla should be the same. One thing with Hoopla though is that it's very frustrating to look it up. So sometimes if you search by an author, all of their books won't come up. So if you search, you have to like use different like search words in order to try and get it to come up sometimes, because if I search for an author, one or two of their books will come up, but if I click on that book and then scroll down to their name underneath that book, you have to click on their name that way, and it'll bring you to a larger group of their books.
I've noticed that too. Yeah, I usually have to click on their name.
But it should be all the same.
Interesting.
Yeah. So their search engine is not the best. When you like try.
They also glitch a lot more.
It does.
Than my
same with Anyplay. Anyplay is like the same thing. Like I tried to search up like C.L. Wilson's books, and I have to put in all. It doesn't show up if I don't put C and L in capital letters with the dots.
Yep.
Like it does not show up. You need the dots, so they need to be capitalized. And I'm like,
Anyplay is the worst. Anyplay's 1,000 times worse than any. Like Goodreads is terrible also, but Anyplay has the worst search.
Yeah. That took me forever to find books on there. I just one day I think I dedicated a whole day to searching so I could just put it in playlists on there. so I wouldn't have to go
If you
search for
search by the
stuff.
title of the book on Anyplay, also it just doesn't come up.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
By the author, which is just
Yeah.
frustrating. Because
But they
sometimes
have
I'm like
to be
trying to
able-
find a book, but I don't know the author's name.
Mhm.
I have to like go to Goodreads and search the name of the book to try and find who the author is, then go to Anyplay.
It's so annoying.
I finally got rid of Anyplay though because they don't go up to 2 times speed, and I just can't
Yeah.
do 7.5 anymore.
That's the struggle. My only thing is I might cancel it soon, but right now it has books on there for my favorite authors that I need to like read their backlist, you know?
Mhm.
So like it's not on any other platform and I don't want to spend an Audible credit or spend money. I just rejoined Audible. I had Audible canceled for months because I was like, I don't need to spend more money, but I just joined again. And I'm like, oh, because I want to read Flawless really badly. So I had to get Audible again.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I know that Audible is like not the best, but it
Mhm.
has all of the indie authors.
I know.
The only one
Right.
that-
For romance, it's really hard not to use them.
Mhm. And they have
Yeah.
such great sales if you're a
they
member
do have
too.
really good
Yeah.
sales.
Okay, but I don't know if you guys watched Daniel Green's like video about Audible and how Audible only pays authors like 40% of what they sell the audiobook for. So it's like, so if they're selling their audiobook for $3, are authors making 40% of $3?
What? I did
in
not.
their sales?
They only make 40% also if they're exclusive to Audible. If they're not exclusive to Audible, I think it's like 25%.
What?
It's like industry standard
really
is
bad.
70%, and Audible does 40.
It's
And
really, really
they're
bad.
like literally like the monopoly of audiobooks. So
Same thing with
Yeah.
narrators too. Like they pay. How much do they pay the narrators?
The
Or-
narrators
narrators,
aren't
I
paid
think,
by
just
Audible.
get like straight up paid when it's produced.
Right.
So that's why the author puts in a lot of money to get it made. And I
Mhm.
don't know how many of them like even make their money back.
A lot of authors
Yeah.
don't make their money back on
Yeah.
audiobooks.
Yeah, the
That's
return on
crazy.
investment is terrible.
Yes.
That's crazy, man.
Mhm.
So that like makes me mad. But like they had to like play into the game though to be like Audible exclusive to get those benefits and like the exposure and like the KU exposure. But
Yeah.
I get comments on my videos about audiobooks all the time of people going, you shouldn't use Audible, you should use Libro FM. But I've had Libro FM and they don't have any books on there.
They don't
No.
have a lot of books on there. Yeah, it's hard.
So I read pretty much all of my books are indie published. And I had Libro FM and I tried it and I was like, I have these credits, but I have no books to use them for because all the
Right.
books that I wanted from Libro FM, I could get from my library for free because they're traditionally
Mhm.
published.
Right.
So I'm like, sorry guys, I know that it's bad, but I need to read with audiobooks and this is what I've got.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So it's either use Audible or don't read for me.
Right.
Because I live in tiny town in Connecticut. My library is horrible. They have no indie romance. So,
Mhm.
and I only get 6 Hoopla borrows.
Yeah, that's why it's worth buying an out-of-state library card for certain places because I think it's the Miami one. I have 20 Hoopla borrows with that.
Oh, that's nice.
It's great.
Whoa.
Yeah. And I think it's $60 a year. So it's not bad.
That's not bad.
Yeah, Brooklyn Public Library, they're doing away with it this year.
Yeah, it's gone. It's been, yeah.
You can't get it unless you're a New York State resident.
Yeah, like I have it through the end of May or the beginning of May because that's where like my year that I paid for it. So I have until May because my library, like my county library, doesn't do that. Like
My dad is a architect and some of his projects are in New York. He's licensed as an architect in New York. So because he technically works in New York sometimes, I might be able to get access to the library, to the Brooklyn Library. Because if you work, live, or pay taxes in New York State, then you can get the Brooklyn Public Library. So I have to see how I can prove to them that my dad works in New York. But that's what I'm going to have to do. And then also get my brother to get me one from Utah because I'm just going to go up to all of the people that I know and be like, hello.
Oh my gosh, that's
would
what I
you
do.
mind going to the library and getting a library card?
It's free. It's like, just give me your card number. The amount of friends that I
Yeah.
texted in different counties, I'm like, can you give me your library card number?
Yeah, I got my friend to get me one from Washington, D.C. So
That's nice. I still have my one from Houston. Do I live in Houston? No. But the
Not saying
Houston or Yeah. Their library is really good. They have they have like
They
every
do.
single Ruby Dixon. Like they're so
I think I
amazing. the
have-
Houston one.
I have a Houston Public Library card, I think.
My library doesn't even have Ruby Dixon. They have the first Ruby Dixon, and that's it. That's how bad my
Oh. So you need to look into the Houston one if you can just get that, because
Yeah,
Houston has all of them.
buy a couple of library cards.
I feel like Houston wasn't that expensive when I did it. And then Fairfax County also is not very expensive, and they have a good selection on Libby specifically. I don't know about Hoopla, but I know on Libby they do.
That's good.
Nice. I want to check out some of those because I figure out I use my Brooklyn Public Library more than I use my county one. So I have to figure out because they have better selection.
Yours still works?
Yeah, through May because that's what I paid through.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, once May's up, instead of paying like my yearly thing,
Yeah.
I have to.
My library that I used for the town that I used to live in, which is literally 5 houses away from the house that I currently live in, has expired. My library card has expired, but I no longer live in the town, and I can't prove that I live in the town. I was like trying to figure out a way that I could find something that had my old address on it to be like, hi, look, I still live in this town. Can you renew my library card? But I have nothing.
Mhm.
So I was
Library cards expire.
just because I live 5 houses away from the town line. I
Mine
can't use
doesn't
library.
expire. I did not know. Some people are like it expires every year or like
I don't know. Yeah, no, mine doesn't either. No, I've been like dreading the day that they figure out I don't live in Houston anymore, and they haven't checked since 2020. So, and same thing with, I think it's maybe just the Houston one because Rachel from Rachel Ruth and Sings, like she went to Rice, which is in Houston, and we have the same Libby because she went there for grad school like years ago. She still uses it, so I'm hoping that they don't check up on who's living at my old address.
Yeah, like my county one, it expires every 2 years. So it expired, and I tried to because I usually look at the Brooklyn and then I look at my county and see who has the less hold, like the less weeks for a hold. And they were like, oh, please contact your library. It was like giving me an error, and I called. They're like, oh, you have to come into the library and prove that you still live at that address. And I was like, what? Why?
So dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, my library also it doesn't even, I mean, it has a terrible catalog, but that library that I don't live on in the town anymore is the one that's associated with my Hoopla. My library for the town that I currently live in doesn't have Hoopla. So I'm like, I need to get my library card back so I can use Hoopla because that's what I use. And I'm like, that's so frustrating. But my best friend just moved to Los Angeles. So I'm going to have to get her to get her LA library card.
Yeah.
Because in Connecticut, it's by town. It's not by county. So it's by town. So it's my tiny, tiny town library. And I'm like, I don't like your library selection.
I wonder.
I think I might have to pop off.
Okay.
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 Yeah, I'm going to go
Bye,
to.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Thanks for letting me join. This was fun.
Of course.
Yes, thank you,
Have a good
Tori.
one. Bye.
Bye.
We're pretty much done. Unless you guys want to do another sprint.
It's up to you.
I was gonna go lay down and read. Like
That's
I'm
fine.
super behind on my reading right now.
Yeah.
I'm quite tired.
But what was I gonna say? Oh, my work address, because I started with a new company last year. I just realized they have a Chicago address. So I wonder if I can get a Chicago library card. I have to look at that.
Oh.
Probably.
Yeah. We'll see. But well, thank you everyone for joining. This was fun.
Bye.
Being productive and everything like that. But I think Tuesday night they have reading sprints on someone's channel. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure someone will pop up with more productivity or reading sprints. So thank you everyone for joining, and thank you guys, Jess and Victoria, for joining too.
Thanks for having
Thanks
me.
for hosting.
Bye.